Want to break free?
Hello, Internet. Little Zan here. Well, you can call me whatever you like, but I'm here. I'm back. And today we're gonna talk about Stranger Things. Stranger Things is one of my favorite, not favorite, but I really like Stranger Things series, okay? And I recently, literally last night, I finished watching and was like 2 in the morning when I finished watching, and I have thoughts. And because no one's gonna talk about with me for my thoughts, and the internet's not being useful for talking about, I said to record this. Not sure when it's gonna post it, but I need to have a conversations about Stranger Things. Let's start from the beginning. I love season one of Stranger Things. I think it is the best season. It is almost like perfect. It's so well made and so it's incredible. The acting of the little cast is really good. The older cast is really good. Everything's really good. I really love season one. It has so many iconic moments, and I like the reference to like the 80s and 90s type of thing. So sorry, 70s, 80s type of thing. I'm a huge fan of D&D and role playing games. What makes me love season one even more and Stranger Things in general. I don't think you guys know about that only, but I love D&D. Never play it. I always want to. Couldn't find people to play with me. I would love to be able to play D&D one day, or any role playing games for that better. Love it. Critical Role, my jam. Love watching. Have been watching for like 5 plus years. And like I said, I love role playing games in general. And I have been working with you about another role playing games, not D&D's, something different. But that's not my point. Season one was great. I love it. I think I was the right demographic, the right time, everything great. And then season two come along, and I felt like the quality really went down. Season two is probably my word from like the oldest season, first earlier season. It's probably my least favorite. I really don't like season two. There's like nothing in season two that I really like. And season two is so bad for me that I can't remember specifics about season two. It's so bad that I know for sure that season three is the season that Max brothers die and everything. But in my mind, there's nothing in between like season one and three. That's how bad season two is for me. Like nothing really impacted me on season three. You know what I mean? Besides the relationship that they start constructing between Hopper and Eleven. That's the only big thing I remember about season three. Sorry, season two. It was so cute and so good, and I loved that. And also great acting by Will's actor. Those are the two things that I remember about season two. Nothing more. I remember it was Will's season. Great season for him. He was spectacular there. I don't remember the boys' names, acting names. And I remember relationship about Hopper and Eleven. Very little things about season two. Wasn't my favorite, but it's fine. Season three is probably my second favorite. I love season three. Everything about season three, I love it. I love the relationship that they developed between Max and Eleven, and that they didn't make it be this competition for a boy. Hated if they had done that. I love like the new cycles, the new like relations that they created, the new characters they introduced. I love Robin, probably my favorite character of that season, new character of that season, and everything about it. I really like season three. It was a great season. And then we had season four. I'm like in season four, you know? I don't hate. It's just there. There's things I really like about season four. I love the whole Hopkins arc of season four. Pretty much everything in there I really like. I feel like that was really good. Everything outside of Hopkins I don't like. I don't like the fake out of Hopper's death. I feel like his death was gonna should have he should have kept being dead. Like because after like I get it, the Russians were there and but I don't know. There's nothing that to do with the Russians after. They kind of deal with that already, so I feel like having them going to Russia to get Hopper was I didn't like it. I feel it was unnecessary. I feel like Hopper being dead had more impact to everyone. And it's sad, it is, but it's just how things are, you know. Life is not perfect. Things that don't happen. And sure, Hopper didn't finish his arc. He had things to be resolved or whatever. But that's life, you know. That's just how things are. Sometimes things don't finish perfect. But his death was perfect. Everything about it was perfect. Everybody hates Susie because they blame him for his death. I don't blame Susie. I think she was just a little girl that didn't know what was going on. I don't like season 4 for that reason. One of the many reasons. And then there's the whole 11 without powers and had to get her powers back. I see why they needed her with her powers back. So it made sense that they needed to do that whole thing. But I do not like it. And I don't like the whole bullying part. Not because I don't think it's livable. It's just because it pisses me off. I understand. Bully the girl. It's fine. Do not bully the girl for her dead father. You know? That just pissed me the hell off. Hated that whole scene. Everything about that bullying girl, I hated her. Not because she was a bully. She can't be a profound bully. Can you have a character more than just be a bully? But it's because she liked to play with her dead father. And I just feel like they're, even for bullies, I don't know, maybe I just had a different type of bullying happen to me. There's some, like, boundaries that was not crossed for bullying. Maybe it was just me, like, I was very bullied as a child and as a teenager. I went through a lot, just like out to be humiliated and stuff like that from the others. But when like bad things happen in my life, like someone died, like my great grandmother died, stuff like that, I wasn't bullied because of that. I was very connected to her, and that kind of like they laid it off of me for her, you know, and they will not be like bullying me because of my great grandmother type of thing. And I just think making that made the bullies just be terrible human beings. And they're not. They are people also that has their own problems and struggles and everything else. So I really didn't like that part of the bully. Made sense that her and Will will be bullied. Makes perfectly sense. It's something that'll happen. Teenagers are horrible. Just don't like pick on her dead father type of thing for me. That made me really hate it. And her reaction was very plausible. I really liked it. You know, for someone that had so much power to be so weak, so impotent, so unable to defend herself made sense. Her reaction. Everybody was like, oh my god, she went too far. I don't think she went far. I think she didn't went far enough. It made sense. She's a teenager that has so much power that house her father and those people are tormenting her and tormenting her about her dead father, humiliating her in front of her boyfriend. Everything. Her reaction made sense. Everything made sense. I don't like it. I like the way that they use her regaining her powers to like show the past and show what happened and how she opened the portal and everything and created the upside down that day. Answered a lot of questions. It was really good. But I don't know, just everything else around there is not really that good. I think Millie Bob Brown was really good at that time too. They did a great job. The road trip with Mike, Will, Jonathan, the other boy going to, I don't even remember where they were going, trying to find Elle and then going. I hated that whole road trip. Everything about that was, I did not like it. I like that Susie show up and the conversation between Will and Mike was really well made, really nice acting and stuff, but everything else about it did not like. Like I said, I didn't like the Russia arc. I loved everything about the Hopkins arc in season 4, sorry. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, yeah, of course. Sadie Sink was acting out of him. Oh my gosh, she was so good that season. So freaking good. So good. I think I don't have a favorite character for this season. Everybody was pretty good. I think my favorite character is probably the Eddie. Eddie's like my favorite new characters for sure. And then Steve. I like the development of Steve and Robin's relationship, but I feel like Robin, she went from this neurodivergent girl from season 3 that
What
she
should we
was
do?
really well. She represented really well, and the struggles with
Call the police.
the sexuality and everything, to just being someone that
Excuse me,
talks really fast and can't
young lady.
shut the fuck
You know
up.
you have to pay for
And
those.
that's such a bad representation of what she is.
You have to
You
pay
know,
for those.
she was
Stop
so
right
incredible in
there.
season 3.
Thief!
And they like strip her down for so many things to being the girl that talks really fast and don't shut the fuck up. That I don't like it. Neither Robin that I loved her in season 3 just don't be there anymore. But that's my opinion. So after the first 4 seasons, I think I elaborated pretty well.
She's coming
So
down.
my rankings would have been season 1, season 4, sorry, season 1, season 3, season 4, season 2. Yeah. Season 1 and 3 can flip flop between the two of them. There's slightly things I don't like in season 3 that makes a
And
little lower than season 1.
showtime.
But besides that, I really much love season 1 and 3. And now we're in season 4. Season 4, like I said, I just finished watching. And I had high expectations. Not high expectations, but high expectations because, yes, the series has its ups and downs, but was still really good. Like, sure, I didn't love season 4, but it was
No
really
running
well
on my
made. There was
watch.
no
I gotta
huge
warn you again,
plot
and you're
holes that
banned
I
for
can
life.
remember right
You wanna be
now.
banned for life?
There was no
Didn't
big
think so.
problems, and I was excited. And last time I was really excited for something that I love
Afternoon, ladies.
was Game of Thrones, and we all
Afternoon,
know how
Suits,
that
Wheeler.
ended off.
Thank you.
I think after season 6, I don't even remember how many seasons, ended up poorly. The last 2 seasons was poorly done from Game of Thrones. So I was excited because I'm a fan, but I knew that they're gonna have a lot of time.
Turn the lights.
Sounded like they're gonna have a lot of time to work on a lot of things and, just get things done. And I don't know, I think they dropped the ball a bit. I really don't like season 5. It became my least favorite. Not my least favorite. I think it's not as bad as season 2, but it's worse than season 4 for me. There's a lot of things to like, but everything felt so rushed. Everything felt so rushed. And all it felt rushed, it felt like they knew what they needed to do, but they didn't know how to get there. The thing between the the scenes, like the in between, was really poorly done. And they introduced so many new characters, not so many new characters, but the introduction of there's so many characters. There's so many characters. I really feel like they should have been like killing people. To like I said, live with, having perfect, live Hopper dead. Live with Hopper dead. Find something for Joyce and Nori to do in season 4, something else. You don't need to go get Hopper, he's dead. We don't need Hopper. Okay? Liv Henda is one less character for season 5. Because there's so many characters, and no single character besides Will had a character arc, has something to do. Will only had one character arc. He had 2. And it was the exact same thing. Twice. Who needs the same thing twice? We got it the first time. We are not stupid. People are not stupid, okay? They got it the first time. Like, when I watch the first part, I really like it. So the part that come out in Thanksgiving, I think, was really good. I really like it. The whole first 3 episodes was good. I like it. I like it. The ending was well made. The scene of Will getting his power sucked in himself. Everything was so great. And I was like, great. Wrapping up Will's arc. He just needs to tell his family that he's gay and he's fine. That's Will's arc. Wrap this up. Have one scene of Han talking with Joyce, Jonathan, and his friends. Josh, Jonathan, his friends. Max will probably, I thought she was going to be in a coma, so it will be Mike, Lucas, and Dustin, Joyce, and Jonathan. And Robin because she helped him. Everybody else did not need to be in that goddamn scene. Why everybody else was in that goddamn scene? Sure, Max is awake, have her in the scene. Anyone else? Why? What Robin's girlfriend is doing that scene? What Maury is doing that scene? What? like so unnecessary, so many unnecessary. The worst. What is 11 sister from season 2, the worst episode of the entire TV show, doing the scene? She doesn't know Will. Some of them, fine, have them there. Have like Lucas' little sister there, fine. She knows Will. Have Murray there, fine, he knows Will. What is she doing there? And Robin's girlfriend. No one knew who she was until, what, 5 minutes? Anyway, I jump around. I don't like that scene. So, like I was saying, I love the first block of her episodes. I think it was 4.
Will,
Perfect. Really well
why are
done.
you here?
I feel like a couple characters should have a little more to do, like, you know.
Okay, good.
But it was really well done. Take it out. Some of the
Once for
my
yes,
things with
twice for
vlog.
no. Can you do that for me,
Sorry.
sweetie?
Actually, it was perfectly done, that first block. I have no complaints because I'm thinking about it now. Let's see, take it out. There was too much of Max and Holly in Vecna's mind, but that was second block of episodes. First block of episodes was perfectly done, perfectly executed. The end was awesome. Everything was great. I loved it. I was hyped. Then it comes the second block of episodes, and Will is like, I got it, I can do this, and blah blah blah. And then his confidence
know where
is
to find
shattered
you.
again for some
Where are
reason.
you?
Like, dude, you
you
accept
tell me where you
yourself
are?
already. Sure, it's a different fear of your family not accepting you and stuff, but
I need to
it's the
find
same
you. Tell me
fear,
what to
it's the
do.
same thing. Again, and then the same arc for Will twice. It pissed me off so much because I feel it was so unnecessary. You could have saved that. Many scenes of Will doubting himself again, you know? You didn't need him to be captured by Elle by Vecna and then saved by Elle. You did not need that. Like, let the boy just be good with himself. That was his character arc. Accepting himself, coming to terms with what happens to him, and everything else. He did it. Let him be there. And give that time to somebody else. Literally anyone else. Like,
Tarsby,
Lucas
where
and
are
Mike.
you?
Both of them had no
Oh,
character.
Good.
Mike is
It's
even
good.
worse because Lucas always had Max, the whole Max problem.
G,
Sorry, Max is not a
H,
problem. Lucas had
T,
Max, you know,
H,
worrying about her and
E,
getting her to back.
R,
He had that whole thing.
E,
Mike had nothing to
right
do.
here.
Mike there, Mike not there.
Right here.
Same freaking difference.
I don't know
So
what that
give us
means.
something for Mike to do for the second block.
Tell me what to do.
So I
What should
hated
I
that
do?
Will had the
How do I
same
get to you?
character arc
How do I
twice.
find you? What should I do?
And I hated the fake out deaths. I wasn't expecting a lot of people to die on the main cast, but I thought someone was gonna die. Maybe 1 or 2. And 11 was for sure gonna be goner for me. Because the same thing that her sister said it, I had already gotten to it. Like, it's never gonna end. You know, for her, for anyone with powers, they're always gonna be looking for them for some reason. I didn't know they were trying to
Why?
bring it back, the whole experiments and get new kids with powers. So, but I always thought it was not gonna end and that she was gonna somehow die in the upside down because she realized that she's done and she don't want to keep going through that. But I never thought what was gonna happen. That no one is gonna die. I really thought someone's gonna die. You know, it would have been really good and they didn't do it. I don't know why. Actually, I know why. Because there's a bunch of spin-offs confirmed and they need those characters alive for those in spin-offs. But I hated the second block and the fake out death of Jonathan and Nancy. That scene was perfect.
You're gonna have an
That
awesome
was a
scar.
pretty
You
perfect
look even
scene.
more badass.
They come out, they
Bitchin'.
solve their
Yeah,
problems, they
Bitchin'.
like almost made me cry. It was so good of a
Oh.
scene. And I thought that was a
Yeah.
that was my way of
I've been
saying
meaning to
that
tell you something.
Steve
It's just
and Dustin
Being
couldn't
broken
get to
up,
them. They
it's been
showed that
hard.
it wasn't safe for them to get to them. The thing was
And
rising
I like
and it was
that you and
consuming
Max are friends
everything.
now.
And I was like, they're gonna
It's just,
die. So
I was
it's fine.
jealous at first.
You're
And,
gonna cry.
and angry. And that's why I
Nancy
said all that
and
stupid
Jonathan's
stuff.
gonna die,
And it's like, I
and
wanted
we're gonna
you
have to
all to
deal with the
myself.
consequence of their death.
And now I
They
realize how
didn't do
unfair
that.
that is. And selfish.
Magically,
I'm sorry.
stop. Can
I've
someone
never
tell me
felt
why
like this,
stop?
You know,
Because
with
I
anyone
can't.
before.
I really can't.
And
Actually, I also don't know why it wasn't like like
Yeah, they do
eating
say
the
it makes you
ground.
crazy.
That's something that I'm thinking
What
about it too,
makes you
because
crazy?
makes sense going through the walls,
You never,
but
you
I
never
don't know
heard
why I
that
wasn't
term?
eating the ground
Like the
of the
phrase,
place they were,
like
like
makes you crazy.
either the ground of the roof, either the
Girlfriend? No,
stairs.
not girlfriends.
You know, I don't know, I
No,
wasn't
no,
eating
not
that.
boyfriends either.
So
It's like a
either
feeling.
way, there was two
Or,
ways
yeah,
that
like
they could
something
have died and they
like
didn't. And
old
I
people say
hated
to each
that
other sometimes.
because I feel like
Yeah,
if they
what
had it
I
that, you had
want to
a
say
million
is that
different character
I
for
know
the
that I
consequences and things for the people to deal with. We had something for Steve
Get back
with
inside.
Nancy. We had something with Mike
Something
with
happens to me.
Nancy.
I don't make it
Mike
back.
could
Well, then
have
I'll
gone
go.
through
You
such
stay.
a good
You kidding
arc
me?
of
It's
like
my
being
son,
the
Huff.
protector and the
My
heart
son.
and losing
I'm going.
his
if
one
I
of his
only see
sisters
you
and being like, I can't
and
lose
I'm a
the
different
other one. I'm
species
gonna
than
find
you,
her no matter
then
what,
I
you know,
should be with my
and going
species
through the
more.
grief and
What are you
like
talking about?
all of that and trying to explain to his parents what the hell happened with
Did you
Nancy
spy on me?
could have been so
That's
good.
totally against
And
the
then you had
rules.
I make
something
my own rules.
different, a
Listen,
different
Mr.
arc
Gunman,
for
I'm not
Will.
trying to say you
Now
had
I'm
to do
kind of
this, but
accepting
I've been
myself
down in that
again
shithole for
is
24
the
hours. And with
person that
all due
accepted
respect,
him
you do
already
what this man
being
tells
dead.
you, you're all gonna
And
die.
then you
Such
can go
bullshit.
to
It's
the
not
whole coming
bullshit,
out
Mike.
scene.
This is your whole
And
problem.
then
And
there's
it's
the
also
Joyce.
precisely the reason why
She
she
going
dumped your
back
ass.
to her
Dumped you?
Yeah,
protective
because she is
self.
conspiring
Because I
against
liked
me.
it that
She's
she let it
corrupting her.
go a little bit,
Enlightening her. Here's what's
but
gonna
then
happen.
she
When I
loses
hang
one of
up,
her
you're
sons
gonna
and she's
get
like,
up off your
go
ass and
back to
you're
her
gonna go
protective
find
self.
Owen. Tell him what's
Type of
going
thing.
on. We don't have
All of those
time
things
to
could have been
talk about it.
so
Neither
good.
does he. He's
But they
gotta get to
chicken out
Hawkins and he's
because
gotta
they
bring
wanted
his men
Nancy and
right
Jonathan
now.
alive
Do
for
you
something else.
understand me?
And I hated that.
I'm fluent in 4
And
languages.
didn't give arcs to no one else.
Uye, arie,
And
umade.
then I hate the season
Holy
finale.
shit.
I
That was
hate,
pig
hate,
Latin, dingus.
the hate. It's so bad. Everything is so fast and there's no consequences. Throughout the whole season, there was no consequences. They did plans, plans work. That's too easy. That's not how life works. Things go
Let's burn
shit
that
and
last
hair out of nowhere. Like, did plans, plans work? It's so weird. Season finale was worse. And I was like, when episode 7 ended, I was like, damn, there's
Do you
so
know who
much
I
shit they
am?
gotta do. But it's fun. They have 2 hours. It's a lot to do, but
Your
they
mom.
have a full ass movie. A
Hold him down.
movies goes
No,
through
let go.
character arcs and
No, let me go.
so
Let
many
go.
things in
No,
2
let me
hours.
go.
They
Let me
can
go.
make it
Let me
in
go.
2
Let
hours.
go. They took
They
everything
didn't have
from
2
you.
hours. They had an hour.
They
They
stole
had
your
an hour
life,
to wrap
Jake.
it up. The
I
whole
want you to find it.
conflict with back to the mind flayer, the upside down, the other world colliding, the other thing. That's another thing I didn't like immediately. So much contrivance. Anyway, they had an hour because the other hour was epilogue. It was a really good epilogue. I loved it. That's actually something I loved it, but the end of the conflict that we have been working on for 10 years was so bad. Things just work it out because and I didn't like it. I just did not like it. No, I can't even elaborate how much I didn't like it. They go to the upside down. Sorry, the upside down.
If
The
I could see them,
access.
they'd be
Not
pretty
this.
shit-trapped.
They go to the abyss.
Thank
Tell
you
me
for
why.
that.
The upside down, fine, makes sense. There's no creatures or anything like that. The military have been there for a while, so you can assume, oh, they didn't let the creatures in the upside down because the military were killing everything. So they bring it back to the abyss. So tell me why there's not a single demon dog, go, demo black. There's nothing in the abyss. When I thought it was weird when Holly was running through the abyss, there was nothing around. It was like she was running through there just for a little bit. And like that can get her type of thing. It's fine. But then everyone went there, and there was nothing. There was Vecna and the Mind Flayer. Nothing else. That made it no sense. What? Did Vecna forgot of the existence of the entire army of creatures he has? Doesn't seem something really easy. And when they start attacking, fine. Let's pretend he didn't left all
From
of
here on
them
out, you leave
around
me
him to
and
be
my friends alone. Do
bodyguards.
you
Makes no
understand?
sense. Maybe he didn't thought they will go up there. Fine. But he confronted both. He was in both Elle
Say
and Hopper's mind before they arrived in that jumping him. And he didn't see the plans to go and jump him. What? Okay. Let's pretend he did it for some reason. Sure. not like you can see the entire life of a person through their mind. That's the thing he did. Why no one come to help? Both the Mind Flayer and Vecna were being attacked. And the Hive Mind did nothing. We saw so many times that the Hive Mind, when they someone's being attacked, a specific person, or they find their target, swarm the place, literally swarm the place to get the target. That happened with season 2 with Will. That's why they had to hide where Will was. That happens in this season even when they're trying to protect the kids. They should have covered their eyes so the demo dogs would not know where they are. Type of thing. So why? They kill everyone? Did the Demogorgons or Demodogs were done? Oh, and Nancy and Mike, Nancy, and Holly's mother is the new exterminator or something. How the woman got up from bed, carried an oxygen tank, not saying heavy tank, but carry oxygen tank, went down stairs, or maybe by the elevator, who knows. But went down and know exactly where they're gonna be and booby trap that thing. Sure, they said it in the interval, but like how she knows where it is? She doesn't work in the goddamn hospital. She's a patient and she's very, very injured. She couldn't talk 2 days ago. You know, she can walk, carry heavy things, and make booby traps for some reason. Oh, and she can talk. No, like, what? And I like that they saved Mac the next back, but I feel like she should have some more consequences. I mean, she died. She really died. And not only that, at the end of season 4, when just before she died, she tells Lucas, I can't see anything. And last, it's told me that they needed some stupid surgery or something in her eyes. Makes no freaking sense that she can see. Not saying I wanna have not able to walk or whatever. I just want consequences in this goddamn history. There's no consequences. No one has consequences. Like nothing that happens is a prominent thing that still affects our characters the next time around. Like she should have been come back blind. In my opinion, she should have come back blind. She shouldn't have died because I don't think that, but she should have come back blind. And sure, the whole she's in a wheelchair makes sense. She didn't use her body for a long time. Makes sense that after some physiotherapy and stuff, she regained her muscle mass and everything and be able to walk 18 months later. Fine. It's like over a year later, so it makes sense-ish. To like a little more time maybe for doing cool skateboard tricks, but that's not the issue. The issue is her eyes. It should have been black. Fine. No consequences this season. Just none. Also, can someone explain to me how is Will alive? Explain to me how Will, the guy that's connected to the Hive Mind, so connected that he can get into Vecna's mind, control him and everything, is alive. Not only alive, but he didn't suffer any pain throughout the whole Mind Flayer, Vecna, and everybody else fight. No pain, no problems. He's just good to walk and see his mother chop up his head. Also, how is the kids alive? They also connect to the mind, to the hive mind. Sure, they took the kids out of the hive, out of the cocoons before killing Vecna, but not before killing the Mind Flayer. And I might be mistaken, but the Mind Flayer is part of the hive mind, a huge part. I feel like if you're hiding the main thing of the hive mind, you should have hurt everybody else. I feel like if you kill the Mind Flayer, you should have killed everything else connected to the Mind Flayer. Am I right? Or that does not make sense? So, Will, the kids, and Vecna should have all be gone. The second the Mind Flayer died. So you know how
What?
Black Nose
No,
is
I'm
that
serious. You're a
pale?
freak. But
Sure,
why do you
chop his
wanna be
head off
normal?
just
Do you
because,
wanna be
but
just
he
like
shouldn't have
everyone
been
else?
alive there already
Being a
because
freak is the
I'm
best. All
assuming
right,
the
I'm
mind
a
flayer
freak.
was already dead at that
Is
point.
that why you don't have any
And Will
friends?
should have been dead, and the
I
kid
have
should have been
I
dead.
have friends.
So, someone
Then why are you
explain
always
to me
hanging out
how
with
they
me?
are alive. What else? What
Because
else
you're
really
my best
bothered me?
friend.
How the hell
And I would
Max
rather be best
graduated?
friends with Zombie Boy
Seriously,
than with a boy
how
named
did she
Nobody.
graduate high school?
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
understand very much about
Okay.
high school and the
Who would
whole
you rather be friends
system
with?
in the U.S.
Bowie or
But
Kenny Rogers?
she was in in a
Exactly.
coma for
It's no
what? 2
contest.
years? Seriously,
The
how
thing is,
long was?
nobody
I
normal
have to
ever
check.
accomplished
Hold on.
anything
I
meaningful
need to
in this
figure
world.
out. I think it was like
Got
2
it?
years. She was in coma for 2 years. As far as
Some
I
people
know,
like Kenny Rogers.
high
Kenny
school days
Rogers.
2 years.
I love
They
Kenny
were
Rogers.
on their first
So
year
funny.
on season
Nothing.
4. Maybe at the
Mr.
end of that
Mom.
first year in season 4, she enters in a coma. She loses 2 years, and then they do one more year after she get out of the coma. Fine, sure. How did she graduate with everyone else? Like, they were in the beginning, halfway through their first year. Pretty sure in season 4. So then 2 years later, they have 2.5 more years. Then the whole thing happens. She gets back. Then 2.5 years, and then 1.5 year later, they got. Makes sense. The math is mathy for everybody else. How did she graduate? She lost 2 years of school. She didn't got out of the first year of school. This freshman year, sophomore year, whatever it's called. She didn't got out. She was in a freaking coma. She didn't got out of the freshman year, sophomore year. That is the first year of high school. And sure, she could have got out during the 18 months, but she'll not be about to graduate. She won't be senior and graduating with everybody else, with the boys, because she'll be entering her third year. Because she did half of the first year, got in the coma, do the other year and a half in the 18 months that passed, everything after everything else got resolved, and then she graduates. So she did 2 years of high school. Like, I don't understand a lot about high school or the education system of the US, but it feels like she will not have enough credits or something, right? Am I right or am I wrong? Like, how did she graduate? There is no consequences. There's another thing with my saying. There is no consequences to nothing that happens. Because she just graduated with everybody else. Makes no freaking sense. It's like so annoying. Yes. Yep. I think that's my biggest problem. That I feel like Will should be dead, and that I do not understand why Max graduated. And there is some plot holes there too. So another really big series that I used to really like that left me very, very much disappointed. Please talk to me down below. Explain to me something I missed or something that I talked about and you guys agree or disagree. Just go down there. Let me know. I want someone to talk to me and I'll answer anyone that goes down there and talks to me, okay? See you guys next time. Bye bye. Remember to like and subscribe if you like to enjoy because this year I am putting my all into YouTube as much as I can, as much my life let me. Thank you and bye bye.